Hi everyone, this is Sharon Cottage Lane Stamper. Thank you for taking time out of your day to join me today. Let me see if I can find myself. Let me know if you can hear me or not. If you're out there, give me a holler. Let's see. Turn up my other phone just to see if I got any comments. Anybody's making comments. Anyway, thanks for joining me. Today we're going to go through the new catalog that debuted this morning at, see, I think you can start ordering at 1 o'clock Mountain Time. Maybe it was 11 o'clock. I don't know, today. I would do it later on this afternoon if I were you. I'm sure they're really tied up right now. Anyway, thanks for joining me. And let's see. The new colors, I was just going to show you. I got some of the new colors. This is the Pale Papaya. Kind of reminds me of the Peekaboo Peach we had a couple years ago, but it's a little less peachy, I guess you'd say. This, I think, is going to be my favorite, Polished Pink. I like pinks. Haven't had a lot of real pinks, what I call real pinks anyway. I guess the Magenta Madness, which is the end color from last year to next year, they're pretty close. I think you could probably use those together. And then we have Evening Evergreen. There. And another one of my favorites is Fresh Fuchsia. And Soft Succulent. So those are the in-color ink pads. I haven't had a chance to put the labels on them yet, but I'll do that later. And today, anyone who leaves a comment before... Hi, Diane. I got to call you later. The rest of your order came. Anyone who makes a comment today on the live video, whether watching live or on the replay, is going to be put in, their name's going to be put in the drawing for samples of the in-color cardstock. So these are the different cardstocks. There's the 5 different colors. And a sample of the DSPs. Now, I haven't always been paying attention to the DSPs, and I really regret it because there have been times where I see a card and I go, oh, I wish I would have got that, and then it's too late. They're gone. So I'm going to try and pay more attention to that. And actually, I'm going to order, they have these, the same DSP is available in the 4 color families, the Regals, the Brights, the Neutrals, and the Subtles. So I'm going to order them in all the colors. I think they're gorgeous. They have, let's see, there are 2 different patterns. It's kind of like a check on one side. No, it's like a vine on the other. And let's see. So if you order these, you actually get, I threw the wrapper away. I should have kept it. There's 40 sheets in here, I believe. Yep, 40. And you get 5 different colors and 2 patterns of each. So this is the other pattern. It's kind of like, I don't know, it almost reminds me of this one reminds me of a fleur-de-lis, and then this is a nice check. There. I'm looking at the back side of them. So anyway, whoever leaves a comment, their name's going to be put in a drawing, and they'll get samples of that. So that'll be fun. And I guess we will start with the catalog. If you've gotten yours, you can kind of go with me or just watch. And I'm going to turn my phone down. Now I've got all kinds of stickers in here because I made notes last night, and I wanted to make sure I didn't miss too many things. So here we go. Diane, can you hear me? I hope so. Oh, what did I do here? here is the catalog, and let's see if I can scooch this over a little bit, get it centered. I'm going to watch on my other phone to see if I can get it centered. So if there's any comments, I think that's probably good. I know you won't be able to see all of it. I can bring my phone up higher. Let's try that. Raise this up a little bit. And maybe more of it will show. So anyway, this is the cover of the new catalog. And if you haven't gotten one, give me a holler. I do have a few extra. And the first thing I'm going to show you, oh, incidentally, your catalog won't come like this. I have this done every year at Office Depot or Office Max, whatever it's called now, just because I like to be able to flip my catalog open and do like this. So, and then the inside cover actually gives you a little bit of story about the catalog and our CEO and the creator. Shelley started the catalog with her sister. And then our CEO, Sarah, let's see if I can read upside down. Here's Sarah and her family, and then her siblings. So, and if anybody knows what the catalog used to be called, put it in the comments. I'll mention it later if I remember. I'll try to write myself a note here so I don't forget. But if you know what it used to be called, shout it out. Anyway, this is the table of contents, which is really informative, and it has the different suites. So these are this is an all occasion suite, and then it lists there's 3 all occasion and 1 birthday suite, and a love and thanks and support. There's 2 different suites. There's a holiday suite and an artistic impression suite. If you don't know what a suite is, I'll show you one later in the catalog. And then it tells you where the accessories and more are, and the host gifts, and then the back of the catalog, there's an index with all the stamps and the bundles and accessories, and we'll go through that. But I just wanted to show you mention the index. So then we're going to flip over to the next page. And in the catalog, this is why I do it, it has these different icons. So anything with a rectangle and an N in it, that is a new product. It's never been in any other catalog. And if you got 2 little tulips next to each other, these are photopolymer stamps that are reversible. And then there's our distinctive icon, and this little clock will be shown on cards or stamp sets that have quick and easy ideas. And then there's the French and English. It tells you which are French and English. We do carry it in different colors. So these are all the different colors. These are the standard colors here. They don't have the names here. They're later in the catalog. But we have 50 standard colors, and then every year we get a new set of 5 in colors. So last year, let me get those down. The in colors that came out last year and are good through the next annual catalog, or through the end of this catalog, are Cinnamon Cider, Magenta Madness, Misty Moonlight, Bumblebee, and Just Jade. So we have the 50 main colors, and then also the 10 rotating in colors. So, and I think when they try to do this, they try to make them so they coordinate well together too. So one of the things I love about Stampin' Up is everything coordinates. The paper, the ink, the dyes and the stamps. I mean, but I love that the papers and the inks. I used to go to different craft stores, and I would pick out paper that I loved, and then I would pick out ink that I loved, and I'd get home and I'm going, how am I going to make this work, you know? And I think that's one of the reasons I really love Stampin' Up, is because everything coordinates. So now this is something new that this year we've always had Paper Pumpkin, and that's a subscription. And you can get 1 month, 3 months, 6 months, 12 months, and pay as you go, which is 22 months. So that's month to month, and that's the Paper Pumpkin. And if you're interested in that, let me know. Those are all-inclusive kits. The only thing that you're going to need is a pair of snips. So even in your first box, you even get a clear block. I have one sitting here right now. So this is the block you get in your first kit. Now, they're starting something new, and they're a kit, what are they calling it? Choose your kit. And these will be different kits that will rotate. You'll only be able to see them online. They're not going to be in the catalog. But they will rotate different kits in and out throughout the year. And I believe those are all inclusive also. So that's fun. And you probably will get a block in that. If you don't, let me know and I can get one for you. It would be like the same Paper Pumpkin block. Or you can order your own. And if you're just starting out and don't have a lot of money to invest, I would say start with the D block. You're going to be able to use that for almost everything. So just a little tip there. So the kits, so check those online. Just go under kits, do shop and under kits and stuff. And here is one of the suites that I was telling you about. This is Beauty of the Season. And the suite encompasses a lot of different things. In this suite, you get the stamp set, the dies. They don't show the dies here except for down here. The DSP. See what else is in here. I think, is that it? You get all of it anyway. For one, and just use one item number. Let's see. Oh, and there's a Bark 3D embossing folder. So it tells you what comes in the suite. And I just saw this for the first time. Someone stamping with it, and it's gorgeous. It wasn't on my list, but it is now. So, and it's like when you stamp this first stamp here, it's like 2 steps stamping all in one, and then you do another more detailed stamp. So just absolutely gorgeous. So 2-step stamping, if you don't know what that is, you have one stamp, you stamp that, and you have a second stamp, and you stamp right on top of that. So, and it was just absolutely gorgeous. So then we also have reversible stamps. So if you see a stamp like this with a grayed out image, that means the back side of this stamp is solid like that. And if you'll notice, it says here, artwork is shown at 100%. So these are at 100% for these two here. These here are shown at 50%. Most of the artwork in the catalog is shown at 100%, but if it's not, it will have a little note by it that says, this is 50% here. These are 100%. These are 50%. So that's just really good to know. And I think, you know what? I would like to get that stamp for doing clouds and things. I think that would be a great stamp. So those are the reversible stamps. And did I note? Okay, I'm going to mention it on this one. This is another suite. It's called the Pansy Petals. Gorgeous. I have seen this. Look at this pansy. Isn't that absolutely gorgeous? I don't know if it's because purple is one of my favorite colors for flowers, but it's just absolutely gorgeous. And this is like a 2-step stamp. So you stamp one image and then you stamp the second image. Oh, and there's a third. So this is actually, is this like 3-step stamping? It says 2-step down here. It'll tell you if it's 2-step or not. And this gives you all the information. So here's the N, that means it's new. It's available in English and French. And this is also a distinctive stamp. So that means that it is photorealistic when you actually stamp them. So here's the stamped images here. They're photorealistic. There are other distinctive stamps in here too. One other thing I wanted to tell you is that if you see an image that is, lift this up, that is kind of grayed around it, it looks like something's actually been punched out. It's because it has a coordinating die. So these images here have coordinating dies. This one does not. These have coordinating dies, this one does not. These do, and it will tell you how many stamps are in the set, and then it should tell you how many are in the dies too. So I thought that was, I had never noticed that. Oh, and then also, let me open this back up again. Right here, they don't show the DSP on this page, but it shows you what colors are used in the DSP, and these are all the new in colors that are in the DSP for this one. So it should tell you what page the DSP is on. It tells you what page the bundle's on. If you just want to buy the bundle, you can do that. You can buy the stamp set by itself or the dies by itself. The DSP is on page 132 if you're following along in your catalog. And then it also comes, the suite also comes with the bumblebee trinkets. I don't know if you can see them. Tiny little bumblebees. They're so adorable. So, I guess I was just going to mention too, so if it has a die or a punch, it will be grayed out like this. So this ice cream cone has a coordinating punch, and the ice cream bars do not. So these do not have coordinating dies or punches. These do. So that's an easy way. I just love the cooking ones. I don't know, does anybody else like those? Let me see if I'm not seeing any comments. So anyway, if I miss it, sorry, I'll get back to you later. Now another icon. Here's a couple. This is a new one. It's got a little like shopping basket next to it with a little heart in it, and it tells you where you can buy the coordinating accessories for this, like the Pretty Flowers embossing folder. And this little clock means that these are quick projects, and this icon means this stamp set here was created by a $1 million seller. So we have a few of those, and when they reach $1 million in sales, they get to design their own stamp set. So, which is, I think is pretty cool. I'm sure that won't happen to me, but so this is actually a new one, and it'll tell you who it's by, and this is by Jennifer Cotton. So that's kind of fun. So, and here's one of my favorites that's coming back. I'll be doing some more cards with that. The Daisy Lane. Yep, we had two of them. One was Daisy Delight and one was Daisy Lane. So I like that one. And this one I wanted to mention. There are two stamp sets here. This is one big stamp. This is one big stamp. You stamp all these sentiments at once, and then it has this huge coordinating die that cuts them all out. So you can stamp all those, use them as you need to, and I thought that was pretty cool. Then this is something new too. It has a little push pin, and it has a little tip. It says the message dies cuts out all the greetings in one merry message and many happening stamps. So I thought that's something new. I had not noticed that before. And to be honest, I didn't know about the shading until recently. I thought that was kind of cool. This is another distinctive stamp. So the berries and the leaves, these flowers and the leaves have a distinctive look to them. And on the bundles, anything that's bundled, you save 10%, even in the suite. So if you buy them separately, you buy them at the separate price. But so if you bought them separately, this would be $36. If you buy the bundle, it's $32.25. And generally, if it's bundled in one catalog, it's not bundled in the next. So this one, I don't know, I've mentioned this in my posts. This actually is, I think, going to coordinate really well with the May Batter Up paper pumpkin. So this one is on my list, and I think this will be a really great stamp set for Father's Day, or just guys in general. You can look at all the different, what do you call it, emblems or whatever, labels you can put on the hat. I think they're great. And I'm going to do this one, and I have a camouflage stamp that just retired, and I'm going to use it for that. I think that'll be great. So it's also bundled, comes with all these dies, and not all the stamps have dies, and sometimes you get extra little dies. Like there's, I don't know if I can see what these are upside down. There's a star, and there's a fish, and there's a tree. That looks like a lightning bolt. I'm gonna have to flip it around. I'm not sure what that is. Oh, it's a buffalo. That's a buffalo. So bison. No, my daughter keeps correcting me. It's a bison, Mom. It's not a buffalo. Okay, sorry about that. I grew up saying buffalo. Now, this stamp has another note in it. So this is tells you that it's a cling stamp, which is different. There are cling stamps. Oh, these are cling. They're like the red rubber. And then you put the labels on them. Or we have the photopolymer, so it'll tell you if it's cling or photopolymer. These are the photopolymer. I love the photopolymer myself. But this one also has a note that it's a hinge step. And if you don't know what a hinge step is, let me bring my Stamparatus out here really quick. And it means that for this stamp here, or any stamp that's about an inch, I would say an inch high, you could do this with. So if it's words or images or whatever, you can take that image and put it on your board, or your, what do you call it, this thing. You can start up here and stamp it and move it down, and then you can take it and stamp it again farther down, and you can do that all the way down your page. And that's what's known as a hinge stamp, and you can do it vertically too, so across the page as well. So that's what a hinge stamp is, and if a stamp is a good stamp for that, like this wood would be great for it. It says so down there, so that's something our designers tell us about, which I think is kind of good. I need to get a drink here. And one of the things I love is that the book has lots of different ideas for cards, for card making. And aren't these adorable? I never really paid much attention to that card, but that is really cute. I love it. And it's using the rectangle stitched shapes behind them. And I think, that would make it a gorgeous little baby card. I don't know if we have anybody in our church that's having a baby. I think we do, yes. Excuse me. But anyway, and then it tells you what colors were used in that sample too. And these are, again, a quick card. And here's another cute idea. This just uses all the scraps that you have laying around. I've got a lot of like 1/4-inch scraps from trimming paper, and I use them all the time for my sentiments and stuff. So, and I love this stamp set. So, now this is another suite. It's called You're a Peach, and this one kind of is near and dear to my heart because my late husband used to say that to me all the time. You're a peach, he would say to me. And anyway, it's another distinctive stamp, I believe. Yep, it's distinctive, and it has all these peaches and like almost, I suppose these are peach blossoms, but they look like cherry blossoms to me. And then also you're able to get these jars. So if you wanted to make some peach jam and hand it out to friends, or another flavor and use a different DSP, you can do that. We have the jars available, and they're available in the embellishments section, I believe. So here's another suite. It's called Simply Elegant, and again it has a tip on here. Let's see, I saw it earlier. Push pin tip right here. It says create tags of any length with this punch. So, yeah, it says length with the elegant. There's an easy way to do that, and I'll show that in a card that I might do. But here's the actual punch that they're doing. I love that punch. So, and it's got some beautiful foiled DSP with it. And then another thing that they have is called Step It Up. So if you've been making cards, say you're just starting out and you're not really ready for the intricate stuff, or you don't have time and you want to do a bunch of cards and you want something really simple, here's the quick card here. So this is pretty basic. It's got 4 squares that are stamped. Then you step it up a little bit more and you add another layer here behind, and then a die cut leaf, and then if you want to stamp it up some more, you do an embossing layer behind it and the leaf, and then you stamp and die cut the leaves and put them down. So that's what's called stamping it up. So it says here, like, the choice is yours. And this is a gorgeous set, Forever Fern. It's one of my favorites, and this is something that's on my list. I love these dies with the doily kind of look. I guess I'm kind of old-fashioned, so it's because I'm old. And here are some more photorealistic, or some distinctive stamps, and these are absolutely gorgeous when they're stamped. I love these. So, and anybody else that's joining, I've asked the question if they remember what this book was called, and if you do, put it in the comments. And anybody who comments by tomorrow morning, I will do a drawing like about 9 o'clock, and I'll draw 3 winners, and you'll get some samples of the in-color DSPs, the cardstock. So, and let's see. Now here's another quick and easy card, and here it tells you what you use in the shopping cart. And there are, I don't know if you've noticed, but there are different colors on the edges of the pages. So each color denotes a different theme. So like this is Fresh Freesia. These are all occasion stamps. And then these Fresh Papaya or Pale Papaya ones are birthday. And then these polished pink ones are love and support. And then the Evening Evergreen are artistic expressions. And then the, what is this one? My mind has just gone blank. Help! I gotta look at the names here. I don't have them on my stamps yet. Okay, we got Pale Papaya. Maybe they're not using all the in colors. So maybe this is Cinnamon Cider. And that is accessories. So every little color on the side of here has a different connotation. So, and I like how you can coordinate different stamps. Now this is the line art one, and it is called, this is also a $1 million seller design, and this was Jackie Williams. It's called Beautiful Moments. But wouldn't you want to do maybe a combination of these 2 stamp sets together? Wouldn't they coordinate beautifully together on a card? I love it. I just love when you're able to maximize your stamp choices. So that's another thing I wanted to point out. And let's see. Here's another one. This is one of my favorites too, where it's shown at, this is 100%, these 2 things, but these are all shown at 50%. So here's some birds. Love that. Now, if you're, and then the background stamps are always 50% usually. Oh, these are 35%, but they're always reduced. So they're much bigger. They're about this big. So I don't have one right handy. Now, the angel policy, I should mention that because if you're making cards and you're selling them, all of the images are copyrighted. And in every catalog, we have a angel policy stamp set that includes the copyright symbol and Stampin' Up. So if you're selling cards, you need to stamp that Stampin' Up on the back of your card because it is copyrighted. So, but this is cute. I love this set here. And this one actually reminds me of my friend Julie. It says Stitched with Love. She does amazing designs. Oh, what do they call it? Oh, my mind has gone blank. Julie, if you're out there, just mention what it is, and I will, and just post it, so give you a little business there. And then we have all the in colors here in the catalog. So these are the new ones for 2021 to 2023, and the ones from that started last year, 2020. This is 2022. So, and I love how they have the colors listed. It's much easier. They used to do this vertically or horizontally, but now they do it vertically. So Poppy Parade, these are all the things that you can get in Poppy Parade. So the cardstock, the stamp pad, the ink refill, and the Stampin' Blends. So they just started putting the Stampin' Blends down here. Now if there's a line there, that means there's not a Stampin' Blend for that color. So, but there's usually something pretty close, like Costa Cabana and Bermuda Bay are pretty close. Garden Green, there's not one. Crushed Curry, Rich Raspberry, but there's usually something that's fairly close. So, and then we have all the neutral colors here. So the color families are brights, neutrals, regals, subtles, and your basics, which are black, very vanilla, basic, white, bronze, ivory, and the colored lifter. They're referring to the Stampin' Blends there. So, but I think that's kind of cool. It's all right there. So, and Memories and More. I just wanted to mention that some of the suites come with Memories and More cards. Memories and More is our scrapbooking system. Well, this is something new. Pastels. Some people like to do a lot of work with pastels, like chalks. So those are new this year. But Memories and More, some of them will have card packs that you can make cards with, or put them in the Memories and More holders here, and here's the book. And then there are also like envelopes and cards that are stamped. And in the Memories and More, you can also get an assortment of cards. So, say for this number 6 down here, it has 3x4 cards and 4x6 cards. So, sometimes you want just a smaller card, or you want a bigger card, and so those are things to help her to get. So, and this is called the Steppin' It Up. So this is where you want to maybe put a little extra to your card, whether it be stenciling or using the stencils and doing some embossing, using some embossing paste or embossing powder. And then we also have I love this Crystal Effects, which gives it a shiny little sheen to it. It's almost like an epoxy. I don't want to say that it's an epoxy, but I have mine usually right here. It's called Shimmery Crystal Effects, and I like to use that a lot to make something shiny on a card. And then if you want just a little shimmer, you can use the my mind goes blank. Winkastella. There we go. And here we have our basic inks and some ink spots. I love these for when I use my stamp apparatus, so I don't get the big pad all over the plastic, the lid. And then our water brushes. I love our water brushes because I've had some before that I bought at a store, and it's actually sucked the water and the color back up into the barrel, so I didn't like that. Now we have our sponges that we would cut in 6 pieces are gone, and we have these blending brushes. So they look like this, and they're just thousands of little fibers, like hairs, I want to say. So, and then we have our spritzers and our daubers and the refills and the blender pens. And then we have our DSPs. So I love that they're, these are all new, except for I noticed they did bring this one back in Good Taste, which has all the tiles and the wood and the textures. So, and I'll mention too, now that we're getting into this, I'm doing product shares again. So, if you're interested in the product share, is you get a sample of all the DSPs. That's number 1. You can choose 1 or 2 or all of them if you want. So option 1 is just, I call it just the DSP, please. So that's all of our just different DSPs. And then option 2 is Bling Me. So you get a sample of all the different embellishments, like the sequins and gems and jewels or whatever. And option 3 is just Wrap Me a Ribbon. So you get a sample of all the ribbons. And option 4 is I Want It All. So this you get 25 yards of ribbon for, there's 10 new ribbons for $24. And if you want everything, it's, all of it is $89 if you get samples of everything. So there's, I think, well, these are the DSPs, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and then you, on option 1 you also get the coordinated cardstock. So those are the DSPs, and these are the subtle DSPs, or the family color DSPs that I was telling you about earlier. And then you'd also get some of this ombre specialty paper right here. It's almost like glittery. And the vellum. I love vellum. So, isn't that beautiful flowers? And there's this rose and gold metallics. You can barely see it here. And then there's the, let's see, golden rose and the vellum, the shimmery vellum, the ombre, which is this, and this must not be new. This is number 3, the rainbow glimmer paper. So, and then we do have one other specialty paper that's new this year. It is called the linen. It's a 12 by 12. You get, and they're adhesive sheets, so those will make some gorgeous cards. And this is where you would order, like, if you want clear envelopes for you to store your cards in, those are listed here. They're right here. They're called clear envelopes. So that's what I used to store some my envelopes in. And then we have the A2, or the standard ones that we use, are very vanilla and basic white. And then there's also note cards that you can get in. Those are 3 by 5, and those are in basic white. So, and there's your window sheets and vellum, and then your watercolor paper is back here too. So, and then there's different packaging basics. This is little jars. They almost look like little paint jars. And are those the ones that, yep, these are the little mini jam jars. So they're about 2.5 inches tall. But this is all different kinds of packaging ideas. There's gusseted bags and poly bags for cookies and little boxes and things. So, and then if you just want the ribbon for my product shares, these are the different ribbons. There's 10 new ribbons, and you get either a yard or 2 yards of each, depending on how they come. And so it's actually, it turns out to be 25 yards of ribbon. So, and then these are the new embellishments. So you would get a sample of this in your product shares, and all the new ones, which would be this one, and let's see, number 6, the square in colors, and these epoxy drops, and these are the in color jewels, and then you would get the round. They're bringing brads back, so you have black and white brads that are square and round, and these are like little shaker items, so little flat things. And then back here we have our bundles. So these are the punch bundles here. So it shows you what punch bundles are available. And then here's our punches. And we don't have any more circle punches anymore, which makes me sad. So order the layering ovals or layering, no layering ovals either, layering circles if you want your circle dies. And then we've got 3 different pick your size banner punches. So those are the dies, and this is the new, well, it came out recently in the mini catalog, the dual oval punch. And then here we have your tools, like your scoreboard and your snips and your take your pick and your paper cutter. And then we have a bunch of new embossing folders. So, and they'll tell you if they're 3D or not. So 3D folders are a little thicker. At least they used to, unless they're all going to be 3D now. But it'll also tell you if, like these go in the mini stamp and cut and emboss machine, or we call it the big boss and the little boss. So these with this emblem here will fit in the mini boss. So, and then these are your die bundles. So we've got several pages of that. There are 23 new die bundles and 27 die bundles altogether. So they did bring a few back or carried over. So they tell you exactly what's in them. And these are some dies that aren't bundled, that you can, but do coordinate. So you can, those are choices. Here's the layering circles, and then here's an interesting one, diorama. Somebody, you could use that as a stencil for clouds too, I think. So, and then here we have our adhesives way in the back, and your foam adhesives, and there's foam adhesive sheets. So you actually cut letters or flowers or whatever, and punch them up. So it's like a dimensional, and it's a sheet, and you just die cut it. So, and then our dimensionals, which are black, and the black ones, the mini and the regular size, are actually in a combo package, and then we have the regular mini and the regular standard size dimensionals in separate packages. And then, if you're interested in hosting a party, contact me. These are the prizes, the things that you can win or get for hosting a party, and it tells you the amount of sales, and these are only available if you host a party. So there's like 4 different stamps that are background, and a couple of other stamps. This is 100%, and these are 50%. And for the first time, we have DSP. So, and then back here we have an alphabetical list of all the stamps. I go through my catalog, and actually I highlighted everything that I've bought. So if I'm looking at something and I refer back to here and say, oh, I already have that, so I don't have to buy it again. And then we have our accessories index. So anyway, that is the new catalog in a really quick, well, not so quick, I guess, video. Anyway, there is something going on now. If you're thinking of buying, if your list is kind of long for this, I'll give you a tip. Right now they have a promotion going on from today through the end of May. And if you sign up to be a demonstrator, and there's no obligation to stay a demonstrator, if you sign up as a demonstrator, you get to pick $155 Usually it's $125, but $155 of the product for $99, and you get free shipping. And then you get extra catalogs you can hand out to your friends and some other things. But for right now, that's really a good deal. For $99, $155. If your list is $155, I would do that. So, and if you want help with doing that, let me know. And then you get to be part of my team too, which I would love. But that's just a tip to save you some money, actually. And then from then on, if you decide to remain a demonstrator, you actually get things at 20% off everything. That includes the clearance sale stuff, the bundles. You're already saving 10% on the bundles, then you save an extra 20%, up to 25% off on those. So anyway, if you're interested in the that upside down. If you're interested in the product shares, let me know. And the annual catalog used to be called the Idea Book. So I know who's watching, so I know who can comment. So if you're interested in doing the product shares, contact me. And I have this posted on my Facebook page. I also emailed it out to a few people. But if you're interested in doing the product shares, let me know by the 15th. And I take cash, check, Venmo, PayPal. Let me know. And I'm going to place my order on the 16th, and then we'll go from there. So anyway, thanks for stopping in. Like I said, if you make a comment on the video, your name will get thrown into the drawing for samples of the cardstock and the DSP. And anyway, take care of yourself, stay safe, and God bless. Bye, Diane.